Hello, everyone. Welcome to my podcast called As You Are by Nabil Nicholas, which is me. I'm so happy to be here. I really can't believe that I'm here right now. So I just want to give you a little bit about me before we get into anything. I am a digital content creator. I create lifestyle and beauty content mainly. I am 21 years old. I love everything to do with beauty, as I've said before. And my star sign is I'm a Sagittarius. I don't know why we get such a bad rep, but we are the life of the parties, okay? I'm currently studying a BCom in management marketing. Yeah, I'm a people's person and I love everything to do with just being the baddest in the block. Okay, so why did I want to start a podcast? I really wanted to start a podcast because I really wanted to make a community for people like me. Like when I grew up, I didn't see a lot of people who looked like me in the media, who were doing amazing things and like people who were celebrated. So that was my whole vibe for like wanting to start. Um, I also felt like my purpose in life was to create community in any sense. I want people to feel comfortable in their skin. I want to be an example and show people that you can make it. And even if people don't believe in you, you should believe in yourself and you know where you are going in life. So, yeah, I really hope this podcast will embody and create conversations where people really think about their journeys, their lives, and the things that they want. Because I think in life we get so caught up with what everyone else around us wants, and we don't listen to our intuition and ourselves. So, yeah. The next question, honey. What is the inspiration behind the podcast, and how did I come up with the name? So the inspiration came from me wanting to just live my life authentically. I think I've always been marginalized, whether it be in high school, whether it be with my family. I think I've always been a black sheep. So I've always wanted different things in life. Like I've always wanted to be on a billboard. I've always wanted to be in media, and I was always told by people that, oh my God, it's so saturated and you won't be able to make it, and this and this and that. But honestly, I feel like God has given me a purpose, and I really want to live in my purpose and do what I know is destined for me. Yeah, that was crazy. That was a bar. I genuinely don't remember how I came up with the name. I think it just came from me wanting something short and me just wanting the name of the podcast to be something authentic. Like as you are, that is just an embodiment and that is just an embodiment of how I've championed my life. Like I want to live in my purpose. I want to be myself. I want to be in tune with what I want and listen to that because that is so important in life. Um, yeah, and a lot of us just don't end up going for the things that we want because we're so concerned with everyone around us. And I think you need to be able to decipher the opinions and the advice that you get from people, because some people will give you advice based on their own fears and not what you are actually supposed to hear and what you're actually supposed to do with your life. So discernment is so, 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 so important. Yeah, so this podcast is just like it's really just my outlet. It's like my dear diary. I really want it to be something that changes the game and shapes a lot of things for a lot of different people. Um, so what can you guys expect from my podcast? You can honestly expect real, raw, and honest conversations surrounding mental health, sexuality, my career, and just everything in between. I'm also going to have a lot of featured guests. And we're going to speak about a range of things. I don't want to get into that as yet because I want you guys to see it as it comes out. But yeah, that's the plan. So this episode is just purely based on me introducing myself and me giving you guys a little insight about me. So I've struggled my whole life with my identity. It's honestly been such a big thing for me. I think I was told a lot by people who I should be, how I should act. I'm like too feminine and I'm like this and I'm like that. So honestly, I wanna show people that in life you need to follow what is destined for you. And yeah, I also just want to have honest conversations about mental health. I've struggled a lot with my mental health. I do have depression. I take antidepressants. And yeah, that was something that was just very difficult for me. I struggled a lot in high school. And I want to bring up conversations about that because in the Indian community, it's very shunned upon. Like, elders don't believe in therapy, or therapy doesn't work, or they give you a whole lot of BS about it. And I want to bring awareness to that. And I think I also just want to have like fun, and I want to speak about like being in your early 20s, what's that like, and a lot of different things. So honestly, this podcast is really, really, really like a journal. It's gonna be like a journal to me. I just want it to be very authentic. I want people to really feel like this is a safe space, as that is something that I've wanted my whole life. I've always wanted to feel like I can see myself in someone else sometimes when you're looking up to people, because it gives you that sense of I can also do it. So I want to be one of those people in society where someone looks at me and they're like, oh my word, if he could do it and he was marginalized and he was shunned and he was like this, then I can also do it. So that's essentially what I want the podcast to be about. I'm gonna have exciting guests as well. I know I said I wasn't gonna speak about it, but I'm so excited. Like, I'm gonna have my therapist on here. I'm gonna have a few friends, a few people in the industry that I think have a lot of insight, and honestly, just real and raw conversations. So yeah, that's just a little bit about me. Um, yeah. Um, okay, I'm stuttering now. Yeah, so in my next few episodes, I'm really gonna dive into mental health. I'm really gonna speak about it openly, honestly, and honestly give advice where I can and the things that have helped me in my journey. I also think that um, we just need to be honest about the things that we go through, because I think a lot of the times, especially me, I can isolate and I can hold myself from the world because I don't think I'm deserving, etc., etc. And that's honestly not the case. We are all so deserving, and you can't hold yourself hostage over the things or the habits that you've gained with being in a survival mode. So, yeah. Um, yeah, I'm really so excited about this new project. I have been wanting to do this for a very long time. I mean, I've done Instagram and TikTok for a while now, for like about 2 years. I've had two campaigns that have gone really well, and I'm really focusing on my content creation journey. I was working before, and I decided to resign because I knew that the job that I was in, so I was a PA to an optometrist. It was so lovely. The working environment was amazing. Everything was great, but it wasn't aligned with my purpose. And I felt like I needed to take the space to really focus on the things that I really wanted out of life, which is essentially being in media, being in content creation. And that's where my degree also comes to play in that, because it kind of aligns. I mean, marketing, content creation, it gives me both ends. I know the strategies and plans that I can implement in my content. And that's something that I also want to share with other people. Like, there's so many things that you can make use of, like SEO, and all those sorts of things, but I'll get into that in another episode. But yeah, I really wanted to be within my purpose, and I really knew that me leaving my job was me knowing that there were bigger things for me. I mean, now I'm not even earning a monthly salary. I get money based on campaigns, which are not all the time. But I really wanted to be in my purpose. And I think that when God gives you something, you need to listen to that. At times, it might be very difficult, and I am speaking from a place of privilege because at least I still live at home and my parents still support me. So I had that. But I think a lot of us do not go for what we want because it's so difficult thinking about it. And I think once you actually take the leap of faith and once you take the small steps in order to get there, your life will change. I feel like I'm just a happier person in general. I mean, I do have my days where I have depressive episodes and all of that, but I feel like I'm living in the testament of what God wanted me to do and wanted me to be. And that doesn't come easy. I went through so much struggle going through that because I didn't know whether I should leave my job, stay in my job, because I was comfortable as well. I didn't want to take that extra leap. I mean, I was doing content creation, but I wasn't doing it full time. Now I'm at the place where I'm producing more, I'm learning more, and that sort of thing. So I'm really, really trying to be in my purpose, and this podcast is just a testament to that. I think I've always wanted to share my thoughts and wanted to share my life journey as raw and as crazy and as heartbreaking as it can be, but I think that this was a calling, and I think I wouldn't have done that if I was still working and if I listened to others, because it's like, why would you want to put your life out there? Why do you want to be this person who's always showing up like this and like that? And honestly, I feel like when you're just so in tune with yourself, you are able to block out that noise. And I didn't get to this place within a month or a day or whatever. It took time of really going through the things that I've gone through, which I'll touch on later. But you honestly need to listen to what's inside of you. And taking a huge step in your career, I know, can be very difficult, but I think whilst we're young, we should maximize taking risks, because I think the older you get, the more serious life can get, and like you'll have bills. Like, for example, I'm still studying and I live at home. So me taking a risk right now, it's a calculated risk because I'm still studying, but I'm still staying at home. So I think us young people, we really need to take on the opportunities that are given to us. So that's just the journey that I've been on. I've been going through it, but I'm good because I feel like I'm really walking in my purpose, and I think I'm just trying to be the best version of myself. So this is just a little bit about me. In later episodes, we definitely gonna go in detail about my whole journey of how I grew up, the things that I've gone through, the people that I've met, and a lot more. Yeah, I didn't want this episode to be too long. I don't even know how many minutes it is right now. But I didn't want it to be very long. I just wanted it to be an introduction to what I'm about, where I am, and I hope you guys will take this journey on with me. And if you are watching on YouTube, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. I will really, really appreciate that. And then please do stream this on Apple Podcast and Spotify podcast. I really, 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 really would appreciate it. I would also really appreciate if you guys would share it with your friends and your family. And please also give me feedback if you think that there's something that I can work on or something that I can do better in or something like that. Just let me know. I'll try my best to make it happen. And yeah, I really enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys in my next one soon. But till then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.